Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm in my new place. It's my first video. It's my first video filming in my new space. We've been here for a little bit and this isn't like a chatty get ready with me or anything. I will do one of those eventually and just like update live, do some like before and after pics and things. I filmed a couple of the hauls that you've seen like back to back to back, so I do apologise for that. Break from the hauls, especially just for now, a little break from the hauls. And yeah, I filmed all those and I thought I was gonna be able to like push that content out, schedule it all so that when I moved in, it was all like hunky-dory. Did not work out like that. Had no internet, had no access to a lot of things. All my makeup got packed up and then I didn't know what room it was in. It was like one of those things where you just kind of go, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I didn't get to edit those videos properly until we arrived at the house like in the evenings. So apologies that there's been like weird disparity between uploading and then suddenly you got like loads of videos. I just wanted to kind of get them out there because I did film them like a month ago and that really frustrates me. I obviously have to pre-film. As you can see, I'm filming, I can't put it up in the same day. I just don't have the time for that. But I don't like it to be, I like it to be within the week, like film on a Monday, publish on the Wednesday, film on the Wednesday, publish on a Saturday. Like that's normally what I do. Anyway, didn't ask any of that. Hello, welcome back. Welcome to my new background. Still figuring out a few lighting things. I'm using a little bit of natural light today. I won't be able to do that every single time because I won't be able to just film, especially in the winter, like with natural light all the time. Don't know where I'm going with that. Essentially today, I just felt really inspired to play with my little Mitchell quad and essentially kind of see if it's the same quality as the other Mitchell palettes. So I've got three of them in front of me. I've got the Do You Want Some Milk, Head in the Clouds and Feet on the Ground palette. The thing is with the quality from Made by Mitchell is, I don't know, I'm just not, it's not my favourite. I find it dusty, it's pigmented, but I don't know, there's something about it where I'm just a bit disappointed by it. I thought it was going to be a bit like the Beauty Bay formula for the price because they're kind of a similar price range. And I thought it was going to be like Beauty Bay. I don't know why, I just had it in my head that it was going to be. And then he came out with these quads and I really like these quads. I think they're really cute. I love the pan sort of shape. The only bit of useless packaging is this bit here and I can get over that. By the way, sorry that my nails are so chipped. I have this like thing in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna have beautiful nails and then I do DIY or the washing up and then I'm like, great, I look like 2006 emo Megan where I deliberately chipped my nails. Like, it's a thing. Just get over it. But yeah, I really liked these quads. He had four. He had a silvery one, a pink one, a blue one, and this green one. But looking at this quad got me thinking, because I was going to pick up all four of them, and I was like, no, I'll pick up one to see, because apparently it's like a different formula. I'll just test it out, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want more of this formula. Like, I like it, the only reason I keep it is for reference. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd have gifted these on by now. And so I was like, I wonder if, before I buy all of them, I can actually dupe out all the colours from these palettes. So we're going to test this for the formula, but also I want to compare the colours and see if I can make up the colours from the palettes I've got in the quads. And I think I can. So I was having a look at all the colours from the blue, the pink, the silver and the green. I'm going to flash up some swatches now and show you all the different colours that I was able to swatch. They're not bang on perfect, but honestly, if today, like after today, I feel like the quad is the same formula as the bigger, I don't know what size pans these are actually, 25? Yeah, 25 pans. If I feel like it's the same quality, I will not be picking up the rest of the quads. And if it is a better quality, then what I might do is just pick up the rest of the quads and get rid of these bigger palettes, or just get rid of two of them at least or something like that. Because like I said, they're not my favourite palettes. I do keep them for reference. And the colours are really cool in the quads. They're a comprehensive monochromatic story. And also they are much smaller, like 4 quads genuinely take up the same room, I think, roughly, as one palette, and I'm all about that. I am all about that. So I'm thinking today, I'm literally gonna do one eye with the quad and one eye with the colours that I could dupe from the other 3 palettes, and we'll just see. Let's just have a play around and see if it's the same. I bet normal YouTubers don't eat their lunch and film at the same time. I'm just so hungry. Shall I do a mukbang? Is that popular still, mukbang videos, where you just like eat food and chat about life? Because I mean, that is literally my life. So this yellow is called Chem Trail. I'm just swatching out the quad. This is the matte yellow, really pretty. I will obviously get up close to the camera for you in a moment. This shade is Venom, this one here. See, these do feel really pigmented. I did give them like the lightest little itty bitty swatch in my Beauty Bay haul, which is where I picked these up from Beauty Bay, but I didn't really swatch them properly, if you know what I mean, like this. That's really pigmented, it's nice. They're still quite powdery. I can feel like they're quite dusty feeling, but they're pigmented, so I don't mind if it's powdery, if like it blends well. I just don't really like the feeling of it, to be honest. We've then got Aint. I hate the word Aint, really grinds my gears. And that's the green. I mean, beautiful, beautiful grass green. Just bloody love green eyeshadow, like, oh, look at that. Yes. And then we have Grass, which is the only metallic in the palette. It's okay. It's okay, like, again, this just doesn't feel like it's gonna be one of my favorite formulas. And, you know, can every formula be my favorite? No, of course it can't. But it's one of those things where I'm like, just because something's not my favorite doesn't mean I don't want to gravitate towards it. Like, let me think of something. Like Natasha Denona, for example. Love Natasha Denona's quality, love the palettes. I basically own all of them. You'd think that's my favorite. It's like one of my top 10. It's not my top 5, that's for sure, but I love Natasha Denona quality. This is like, and I gravitate towards it, even though it's not my favorite, if that makes sense. But this is like not my favorite, and also I don't think I'd gravitate towards it over like other things. But let's see what it looks like on the eyes. Let me try and dupe this little story out now. Do you know what? Looking at it, I think I'm gonna be able to dupe the whole thing out just from feet on the ground. We've got 2 yellows in this palette, and I think it's, oh God, it's like a mix. Let me have a little swatcheroo. I actually think it's more like Chemtrail. These are the same shades. Here's me, here's me duping. Hang on, have I just squashed this entire video? Right, the same shades are in these palettes. There's me like, I want to dupe it. Chemtrail, Aint, Grass, and Venom, all in this palette. Okay. Okay. Well, let's just swatch them against each other, I guess. Okay, immediately this is a different formula. Immediately this is a different formula. The feet on the ground is softer, but less pigmented. But buildable? Maybe? It's a different formula though. It's not ridiculously different, but it is different. And we then got Venom, which feels different in the pan. Not as pigmented. This doesn't feel as pigmented as that one. I will get up close to show you in a second, but actually the fact that these names are the same suggests to me this is going to be very easy. And then I've got Aint, which, sorry, I should probably be live swatching for you. Again, first video back, forgetting my name, forgetting my password to the computer, you know? It's not as smooth. The old formula is not as smooth as the new formula, but I don't know if it's just like in my head that it's not. But it doesn't feel it when I'm swatching. So yeah, okay. And then I've got Grass, which feels so much softer. Grass feels so much softer, what the hell? Oh, I immediately prefer the old formula on that one. So this is the new formula. Hopefully my camera's in focus. And then the left-hand side here is the old formula. I just, like, they are the same. I'm really sorry if the lighting is like not great. I will be fixing it. It's trial and error, I'll be honest. Trial and error. So the first couple, like 2-3 videos might all be slightly different in lighting and stuff, but I definitely prefer this metallic, I think. It's just got more to it. This one's just a bit flat, but then I prefer the mattes from here. Okay, let's do this. Let's put this on my eyes, and immediately I'm thinking they probably will apply in the same way. If so, then I'm already, again, immediately thinking like, what's the point in buying the quads if you have these? Like, I'm happy I got the quad, but at the same time, like, well, I don't need it. I could probably ultimately declutter it or just hold on to that one, because if these perform the same, like, am I really going to notice a difference between these two metallics on the eyes? Probably not. So let's apply this to the eyes. For the sake of time, I'm just going to put some music over and apply these to my eyes, and you can just kind of see. And maybe at the end, you can have a little guess which is which, and we'll do it like that. How about my hair can stick to my highlighter? Attractive, I know. So I've got same brushes, similar shapes. I've got like a fluffy brush, a bit more of a tapered one, and then more of a pencil brush. So I'm going to use them sort of like not getting them contaminated, and then do one look in each eye. You can have a little guess before I tell you which one it is, see if you can guess it. I'm hoping they'll be blindingly obvious. I'm actually genuinely hoping that the quad is far better quality, and that would lead me to just replace these big ones. But if it's not, like, no different, then I'm not going to do that, obviously. Anyway, let's go. here's the completed look. Honestly, at this moment, I don't really see much of a difference. I'm just using the Benefit They're Real mascara. I'm not putting any lashes on. I just want to kind of keep it semi-natural in the sense, semi-natural. But you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be able to see the eyeshadow. I'm not going to put a lash on is my point. I do have a preference. If you can hear my brother in the other room, my brother popped around to say hello. And I got him to tell me, I was like, do they look any different? He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, does this eyeshadow look any different? And he was like, no, Megan. And I was like, if you could nitpick, which eye do you prefer? And he had a preference, and it was the same preference as I had, which was really interesting. Let me know down below. Let me know right now, which one do you think is the new? So this is my right eye. This is my left eye. 1, 2, 1, 2. Which one do you think? Like eye number 1 or eye number 2? Which one do you think is the new, improved formula? Which one do you think? Okay, I'm letting you guess. The new palette is actually this eye, number 2. This is number 1, the older original palette. And you know what? I prefer number 1. I think the yellow is brighter. I think the metallic is nicer. The only thing is that green, I think on this eye was nicer, but then it could have been the brush, it could have been the amount I picked up. There's not that much of a difference. I don't think this formula has been improved at all. I think it's the same formula, maybe just pressed slightly differently. I don't think it's a different formula. I think it's exactly the same. Well, okay, let me rephrase. It's obviously not the exact same because the metallic is different and this is brighter. Do you know what I mean? So it is different. I just don't think it's better. I think that's my point. I don't think it's better. You tell me, what do you think? I prefer, if I had to pick one, because there's like no difference really, I would pick the old formula. And I don't even like the old formula that much. It's a nice eye look, you know? I don't notice the difference enough to go out now and pick up the other 3 quads. Like, I'm really glad I've done this, if I'm honest with you. I'm really glad that I've done this because I know now that, I mean, you've seen the swatches, I'll throw them up again. I was able to dupe out those quads with the shadows that I've already got. And now with what I know about the formula not being that much different and actually in some cases preferring the older formula, I'm happy that I can save myself further money by not picking up the other 3 palettes. I was so close. I was so close to picking up the other 3 palettes and I'm glad I didn't. And don't get me wrong, I really like the look. I love green eyeshadow. I was probably gonna like it regardless of the formula just because I love the colors. I do like this look. I'm actually really glad that I've done this because this to me has shown that a formula can be different but not be better in my mind. So I'm really glad that I tried it. I know that the quads at least aren't the same. If he releases a quad that's very different and I can't dupe the color story from these palettes, the bigger ones, then maybe I will pick it up. It's not a terrible formula and I would say I wouldn't pay more than £10 for this. Unfortunately, I prefer the packaging of this way more. Prefer the packaging, it feels nicer, it feels more put together. These ones are big old stickers. Never really liked the packaging of these. I found the background too busy. I found it very difficult to navigate around. These are far, far better structured, far more on theme with the brand. Do prefer the packaging, do prefer the new quad style. So that being said, you know, if you don't have these big palettes and you want to try out Mitchell, like look at this eye. It's really pretty. I really like it. It's good value for money. If you can pick it up for like 10 quid, if you can pick it on offer, I pick it up on offer. I'm not sure, I think they're 18 or 19 pounds each. I think I paid £11 for this one. I think on like beauty based sales, like 20-30% off, I can't remember, but it's worth it then, okay? It's a really nice like drugstore palette in that sense, and if you've got a color story that you are really attracted to, pick it up. You won't be disappointed. I'm not disappointed by this. It's a really pretty look. I'm just disappointed that I already have it. I'm just disappointed that this isn't so much better because in my mind I was hoping that this was going to be a little bit creamier, a little bit more pigmented, a little bit more blendable. It was going to be different from the original, and then I could have like passed these on and just kept these. That's not the case. So for me, I'm disappointed that I can't do that. But if you picked up a quad, I don't think you'll be disappointed in it. It is what it is. It's a quad. You're not going to get loads and loads of eye looks. They're really lovely colors. They blend well. They're pretty. It just doesn't, for me, it doesn't feel special. It doesn't feel special. It feels around the £10 to £15 mark. I wouldn't pay any more than that. I do prefer the likes of Beauty Bay quality for an affordable eyeshadow. That being said, they don't do quads, so you know, if you want a cute quad, pick it up. It's nice. I don't hate it. I just won't be picking up the rest of them because I feel like I already have the colours and that doesn't make sense to me, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but buying the other 3 quads would be nonsensical because for the, like, I would be doing it for the sake of space and having it new, and like I don't like Mitchell's quality that much to be bothered, you know. I do love Mitchell's brand. I think it's really come into its own, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but I think he does a lot of other products that are amazing, so I'm not disappointed in the brand. It's just like not, this wasn't a win for me. It was just a bit of a same thing but different packaging. Like, what? There was no innovation there, you know, there's no innovation there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you coming back for more. And yeah, like I said, in the new place now, so I'm so excited. I feel like everything's brighter than it was. It was less orangey toned in the flat. It was really, really orangey toned because I was like this far, I was like this close to the camera because I had this much space to contend with. So here I've actually got my own room, which is like really lovely. It's a lovely to have, I feel really privileged to have my own space, set up proper studio lighting. I've got a window in front of me that offers natural light, so we'll play around with that. Like I said, this is with studio lights and natural lighting. I've kind of configured them all. We'll play around with it. We'll play around with it in the next couple of videos. I actually do a bit of trial and error, but if you've got any suggestions, let me know. Also, do you like the background? I spent about an hour faffing around with it, and I was like, that'll do. I'm trying to be like, yeah, a little bit of makeup, a little bit of like my little bougie candle that Lily got me, and like crystal, my brassness. I've got a lot of brass in this house, and I was like trying to bring that in there. I've only painted this one wall white because I didn't know what colour to paint it. So maybe you can suggest if I should paint it a colour. I feel like we're very white at the moment, so let me know. If you hate this, can you at least suggest something different? If you hate it, if you like it, let me know. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I miss filming. I miss you guys. Talk down below in the comments. Thank you so much. Thumbs the video up if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!